A seized supertanker, a sudden reversal, and a decision Washington isn't explaining. The United States is preparing to hand back a massive oil tanker it took from Venezuela, the first time it has ever done so. This comes as U.S.-Venezuela relations spiral from sanctions to seizures and now open confrontation. Earlier this month, U.S. forces seized a Panama-flagged supertanker in the Caribbean. Its name, MT Sophia. Its destination, Venezuela. And at the time, the message from Washington was clear: enforcement would be aggressive, uncompromising, and final. But now, in a stunning reversal, the United States is preparing to hand the tanker back. Reuters reports the decision was confirmed by two U.S. officials speaking anonymously, marking the first time Washington has ever returned a seized tanker to Venezuela. And no clarity on why this ship, seized just weeks ago, is suddenly being released. The Sophia was detained on January 7th in the Caribbean, initially described by U.S. officials as a stateless vessel. The White House claimed it had no legal protection, but Panama's maritime authority later revealed the tanker had been removed from its registry months earlier, a technical detail that placed the vessel squarely in a legal gray zone. And that gray zone is where enforcement, diplomacy, and power collide. Since December, the U.S. has seized 7 tankers in the Caribbean and North Atlantic, part of a broader campaign to choke off Venezuelan oil exports under sanctions. Until now, those seizures were one-way operations, ships taken, never returned. The timing is impossible to ignore. Just days earlier, tensions between Washington and Caracas erupted into open conflict. On January 3rd, the United States launched strikes on civilian and military facilities in Caracas. Venezuela's foreign minister condemned the attack as military aggression. A nationwide state of emergency was imposed. Then came the shock announcement from President Trump. He claimed Nicolás Maduro and his wife had been captured and removed from the country. 2 days later, the couple appeared in a U.S. federal court in New York, charged with drug trafficking. They pleaded not guilty. By January 6th, Venezuela had a new interim leader. Vice President Delcy Rodríguez was sworn in as acting president.
Por eso es importante que abramos los espacios para la divergencia democrática, pero que sea la política con P mayúscula y con V de Venezuela. Ya basta de las órdenes de Washington sobre políticos en Venezuela. Que sea la política venezolana quien resuelva nuestra divergencia y nuestros conflictos internos. Ya basta de potencias extranjeras. Le ha costado muy caro a esta república tener que encarar las consecuencias del fascismo, del extremismo en nuestro país.
A sharp warning from Caracas and a clear message to Washington. Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodríguez, says she has had enough of U.S. orders. Her words come less than a month into her role, after the United States captured former leader Nicolás Maduro and backed Rodríguez as Venezuela's interim head. Speaking to oil workers in Puerto La Cruz, Rodríguez pushed back publicly. Enough already of Washington's orders over politicians in Venezuela, she declared. Calling for Venezuelans to resolve their own political differences, Rodríguez warned that the country has already paid a high price for years of internal conflict, extremism, and instability.
Y nos toca ahora convertirnos del país de las mayores reservas petroleras del mundo, de las mayores reservas de gas de este hemisferio. Nos toca ahora convertirnos en una verdadera potencia productora de petróleo y de gas. Y no tener miedo a la agenda energética, ni con los Estados Unidos, ni con el resto de los países del mundo. Es un derecho de Venezuela la diversidad en sus relaciones internacionales. Hemos pedido el apoyo del Poder Legislativo para que la Ley Orgánica de Hidrocarburos creación de nuestro comandante Hugo Chávez, donde sus preceptos y principios intocables e intactos, como es la soberanía energética, la propiedad sobre nuestros recursos que están en el subsuelo, bueno, puedan ser explotados para la felicidad económica de Venezuela y para la felicidad social de nuestro pueblo. ¿Saben? Y ustedes saben de lo que estamos hablando. No creyeron, pero ya nosotros cerramos un contrato para exportar la primera molécula de gas de Venezuela. Y ahora vamos por más, vamos por más. Venezuela también puede ser una potencia gasífera. Esas reservas en petróleo y en gas deben convertirse en felicidad, desarrollo, prosperidad y esperanza para el pueblo venezolano. Y nosotros sabemos, quienes busquen el daño y el mal para Venezuela, que sean completamente rechazados y separados de la vida nacional de esta patria. Quienes se atrevieron a ir a los Estados Unidos a dar las gracias por el bombardeo contra nuestro pueblo, no merece la dignidad de este país ni su gentilicio. No lo merecen. Pero que sea la política con P mayúscula y con V de Venezuela. Ya basta de las órdenes de Washington sobre políticos en Venezuela. Que sea la política venezolana quien resuelva nuestra divergencia y nuestros conflictos internos. Ya basta de potencias extranjeras. Le ha costado muy caro a esta república tener que encarar las consecuencias del fascismo, del extremismo en nuestro país.
But her position remains precarious. Rodriguez is walking a political tightrope, balancing pressure from the White House while trying to keep Maduro loyalists and rival factions from splintering the country further. The United States has kept up steady pressure since Maduro and his wife were seized in a January raid and taken to the U.S. to face charges. In the days that followed, Washington issued a list of demands, among them that Venezuela cut ties with China, Iran, Russia, and Cuba, and partner exclusively with the United States on oil production. U.S. President Donald Trump initially claimed America was going to run Venezuela, before later endorsing Rodriguez as interim leader. Inside the country, divisions run deep. Maduro loyalists, left-wing opposition, and Chavistas who reject Maduro, accusing him of betraying Hugo Chávez's socialist vision. At the center of it all, oil. Venezuela holds the world's largest reserves of extra-heavy crude, difficult and costly to refine, but uniquely compatible with U.S. refineries. For Washington, stability in Caracas means energy security. For Rodriguez, sovereignty remains the line she says cannot be crossed. As pressure mounts from abroad and divisions persist at home, Venezuela's future now hinges on whether its interim leader can defy U.S. demands without triggering a new confrontation with the world's most powerful ally.